Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, hanging out with
the Rocker Chic
and
J-Dub,
and we are the United States of Paranormal.
We are.
All I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, for all of our listeners out there, it is Rocker Chic's night for a story.
It is.
She hasn't had anything to eat all day. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and she's been drinking.
So?
Yeah.
Hold on to your granny panties because here we go.
Jeremy, hold on to your granny panties.
I got my
don't
my
wear
depends.
granny panties.
I got my depends. We don't want to see it. Not right now. Maybe later.
Jeremy's granny panties are pulled up to his moobs.
I got them right over my nipples. It's perfect. Just the way we like it. Hey, I hope you guys totally enjoyed Brian last week.
We did.
J-Dub's burping into the microphone.
I'm sorry.
I know that we did. It was great meeting him, and we are thrilled that Northwest Indiana Paranormal actually reached out on one of J-Dub's posts about coming and doing the show, and I don't think that we could have gotten a better guest. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And now I just want to go to
Crown Point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you are on the Patreon, which you can find us at patreon.com/2sup, you saw a full video. So now you know what Brian looks like.
Yeah, we do. Go stalk him.
So look at his pictures, though. Those are pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Yeah.
They were
I would
amazing.
Totally buy that Stay Puft Man picture.
I'm into Scooby-Doo, but I really like the Elvira
Beetlejuice
too.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It was really cool.
The Scooby-Doo ones are good. The Batman, Robin ones are pretty good.
I give props to the school for having a paranormal group for the kids. That
I
is
wish
awesome.
they had that when I was in school.
I know, it's weird what we were talking about. Keep kids' interest. You know, if they're interested in that, then there should be.
Well, and that's a really great activity. It gets them out, gets them doing something. It keeps them out of trouble, and it gives them something to be excited about doing and what they can find and what they can hear and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm behind it 100%.
Right.
So
Keeps their arteries clear because it scares the shit out of them, you know.
See, that's what I'm afraid of.
Scare.
That's what I'm afraid of. My arteries are so clogged that
they'd be like cleared.
Out your body.
Yeah.
You have an out-of-body experience.
I probably might have I might haunt wherever I die from getting scared to death. But
Jeremy's own ghost would be haunting himself. He'd be like, let me come back. I need back in.
Let me in. I do believe J-Dub said she's going to haunt the studio when she dies.
Hey. You already think that sometimes there's something out here.
You did tell me that today, did you not?
Well, yeah, because I had that catastrophe after training. My master cylinder blew and I had no brake lines in the big city of Fort Wayne. And my husband had to come save me. And I was talking to Mason and he's like, well, you can't die yet. And I was like, well, I'd just go back and haunt the studio.
You would hear when we go, it's the Rocker Chick, and then it'd be like, Jada.
It'd be like, no, it'd be like,
The Celestial Stack.
Celestial Stack.
That's what you
The
would
way
hear.
she said it, though, was pretty damn good. She's going to have to start saying it now.
She's
No,
drunk.
gosh, no.
She's drunk.
Only when she's drunk, though.
Only when she's drunk.
Just tipsy because I haven't ate anything.
All I'm saying is your husband is amazing to drive that far to come to the rescue and get you all hooked up and fixed up. And then he wouldn't even let you drive your own vehicle home because he wanted to make sure it was safe.
Yeah.
That's
So-
a good husband.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking do that.
Well, I was like, you want to
You can
drive?
drive yourself. Just get home.
I was like, you want me to? You want to drive it around the block a couple times, and I can drive it home? He's like, no, I'm driving it home right now.
Just getting in and going.
Yeah. So he drove almost out of the parking lot. He parked. He did the lug nuts a little tighter, and off we went.
Right on.
He drove my little punch buggy super fast. He usually drives like under the speed limit, and I'm the one that's like super far ahead of him. But not last night.
He was tired. He was done. He was
Well,
ready
it's
to
like
go home.
that was a 45-minute drive, and he made it to me in 20 minutes.
I know, yeah.
I was like, "How fast were you going?" Fast enough to have to get gas. Okay, how fast is that? Fast enough to have to get gas.
Well, shout out to Sean.
Yes.
What an amazing rescue. He is your Batman.
My Batman.
My Batman.
He is pretty amazing, though.
That's awesome.
He always, yeah,
He always comes to your rescue.
he does.
Yes. Hey, one more side note. If you do not want to hear our banter,
Get over it.
you
Come
can
on.
go to the timestamp that's in the show notes that'll get you to the story.
Straight to the store.
Straight to the
Yeah,
story.
but we had a comment from a listener that said they would love a whole episode of banter.
True. We call that a chiller filler.
Yeah, it's true. And she was hoping that her comment would make it all the way up the meat chain.
That's right. Got to get to the top of that meat chain, baby.
Thank you,
Prime
Lindsay.
rib. Yeah, thank you, Lindsay, for the comment.
She's so funny.
I did have a thing pop up today that the straw man is our super fan on Facebook, top contributor.
Woo!
Congratulations, Mason. You are the top of the food chain, the meat
The
chain.
meat chain.
Meat chain.
Good job. Good job.
Although I don't know that we haven't got any emails on any votes for the Missouri episode yet.
Dang.
I don't know, man. I come pretty strong with mine.
Rocker Chic.
Yeah, I come strong with mine, though. You got to admit.
Come on. The Exorcist.
It was Rocker Chic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's The Exorcist. I brought you a whole new story.
I don't
But it
even
was
remember.
a road.
Taking
You
them down a
stole
whole
that.
new road.
The roads are mine.
What was mine over? I don't even fucking remember. What was it? Nobody remembers because it sucked.
I don't remember. What was it? I don't remember.
Shit.
I don't even remember. That's how awful it was.
And Mason's was just short and sweet.
It was.
Yeah, it
What was that? Bone? The bone light?
Oh, mine was the light. The spook light. The spook light. Spook light.
The spook.
Well, what? Okay. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it again
Sorry,
because
guys.
I don't remember either.
We need votes.
We
Come
do
on,
need
let's
votes.
Vote.
If
Get
you
a
don't
big
remember,
vote.
that was episode. I don't even remember what episode that was.
The past.
It was in the past. It is the battle for Missouri with the straw man. So go check it out.
Misery.
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 There you go. All right, J Dub.
Canucksville.
Yeah, Canucks.
Canucks.
Canucksville. All right, J Dub. What do you got for me?
Let me ask you this.
Oh.
If you had to have your dominant hand or arm amputated, or one of your legs amputated, not your third, just one of your main two legs, which one would you pick?
Oh, wow. For me personally, I'd probably go leg. For the simple reason that I do occasionally play guitar, and I like to have both hands for that, even though I know some amazing guitar players who didn't have fingers that made up specific things to go on the nubs that they had, like with whole guitar picks and stuff like that. Learn to fret with only like 2 or 3 fingers on one hand. So yeah, I think I would go leg because I can hobble around. And you can get a prosthetic.
You
Yeah,
get a peg.
get a peg
You
leg.
walk around.
Arr. They call me Captain Mudbutt.
I do leg too. Because of the you could get a fake leg,
Yeah, I agree with the leg.
I can't. No, I need. I
need this hand.
I need this
Those
hand.
hands are
I like to throw hands.
I like my tattoos on this arm.
Yeah.
So yeah, leg. Get a prosthetic. I don't run anywhere anyway.
Yeah, me
so
neither.
Fuck yeah, I don't run shit.
No,
I don't do any running.
you'd run if we went paranormal investigating.
Listen,
But I have seen people run with prosthetics. So I mean, it's
There is a guy on TikTok. I don't know if he's a vet but he lost his legs, or his legs are at like his knee, and he's got where he put his prosthetic. Well, he has all these people that write in and say, "Hey, put this shoe on or this." He got the Croc cowboy boots, and he put them on his nubs, and he's like cracking himself up because it's so funny. And you got to watch it. He is hilarious with the stuff that he does. But yeah,
it sounds like a good time.
he's pretty cool.
So listen, there's 2 things that we need to do.
What?
We were talking about it, and ISO can bust my chops on it.
Uh-oh.
But we need to go and do some sort of investigation, whether we just do something local. I've been contemplating a couple ideas, or whether we hook up with Brian and do something in Crown Point.
Like for Patreon?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely.
I'm game.
Absolutely. And the other thing that I would love to do was get a table at a con. So what I need from my listeners is I need you to email me at the United States of Paranormal @gmail.com if I was to get a table at a paranormal Comic-Con. I don't know what Paracon.
Paracon.
If I was to get a table at a Paracon, what would I have on my table? What would we get?
You'd have a pair of feet.
A pair of feet?
Pair of feet.
Just put
I
the
would
Rocker
just put
Chic.
my feet out. There's my feet.
I'd like to be able to give away some things, to people that
Stickers
we
would
could
be
do
a good
Posters.
we could do postcards.
Yeah.
Would be a little bit better than posters are a great idea.
They're hard to keep nice once you...
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why every poster that I send out is in a tube, and well protected so that it gets to our Patreon users undamaged. But yeah, it's something to ponder. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are on that. What do you think it would be on there?
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I $25 to do the one in
Peru. Yep.
So
We can go see.
we can try it and
we can go
see
see
what
Brad.
happens.
Yeah?
Yep. So send me those ideas right away. United States Paranormal @gmail.com.
Right away.
Do it.
Yeah, because I got to order whatever it is.
When is that again?
That's in September.
Meow.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
We looked at the dates. I
We
can't
did.
remember.
I think I
it's-
sent it to you like 3 times.
You did. You did.
And I don't even remember. But I don't remember what I did yesterday or earlier today.
I know what you
I
did
have
last
for
night.
lunch?
I know what you did last
I do
night.
remember that because I was pissed.
I know where you got your lunch at.
Me too. So I can't go anywhere else.
Oh my God.
I didn't have lunch. I just worked through my whole entire day. Just saying.
I had my lunch at my desk while I was working. There's that.
I was hungry when I got home. And then my daughter makes her a homemade chicken KFC bowl, and now I'm pissed that I'm not eating that. She's going to eat it all.
Good for her.
October 19th. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. It's in October. Oh, J-Dub's looking at her phone.
I gotta look. Well, Sarah gets married the 26th, so I gotta look.
Ah,
The 19th. That's the weekend before I can do it.
all right.
Para-Unity.
All right,
is
Jeremy.
the name of that one.
All right.
Get it set up. Get it set up.
Nothing but an email. And
Vendors wanted.
I'm sure I'm sure. All right, we'll get it set up.
People wanted to come to the Para Unity
right.
October 19th in Peru, Indiana. All right, here we go.
Here we go. What?
She's going to start her story.
Oh, no,
Oh.
am I ready?
Are you?
What are you working on? Quit looking at your Snapchat. All right. So, yeah, you got the timestamp at 15 minutes. There you go.
Oh, only 15 minutes of banner? Wow.
Damn,
that's
we're
pretty
slipping.
darn amazing.
We're slipping.
It is.
Well, you could,
take one more drink.
we could continue the banter, and you could tell them about the lovely video you got of me at the campground.
Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, yeah, the banter is going to go on for another. Listen, we actually were out the campground about a week ago. It wasn't this last weekend; it was the weekend before.
Yeah, 2 weekends.
And J-Dub and S-Dub come down and was hanging out on the deck at our lot. And I got this really beautiful video of S-Dub laying on his head on J-Dub's shoulder, the lights in the background. I mean, it's just it wasn't set up this way, but it just was a beautiful, beautiful video shot. And they're looking so cute together. They just looked adorable. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden you heard
I ripped a big old toot.
that will soon be available on Patreon.
But I think she said, no, it was the seat.
It was my shoe.
Something.
Did
It wasn't,
send her
it wasn't her butt.
I did send her an invoice for a new deck box because that one is now melted and the
No,
paint's
you
coming
guys
off of
were
it.
sitting on it the next day, so it's all right.
Oh, yes.
Goodness.
This is the fun shit we have. This is what we do. This
I
is,
sent you an invoice too.
yeah, $100,000 because she made us laugh.
That was your entertainment.
I told Jeremy a joke today, and he laughed. And he's like, why didn't you save that for Dirty Dad jokes?
She could save it for me.
It's true. It's true.
All right, we're done.
We get you guys liquored up. You guys,
We'll
you
get
guys
you
are
liquored up
you
too.
guys are facing off. We are going to do 3 sets of Dirty Dad jokes. And it's going to be me and J-Dub against each other and me against the Rocker Chick. And then the third set is going to be the two of you against each other.
Okay.
So you're going to need jokes.
Oh,
So
you
be
got it. I
prepared.
got him. I got him.
I
Good
know.
one.
I know.
I got a whole game I was going through, so it's all good. It's called Dirty Dad Jokes. So, hey,
She's such a cheater.
I am a cheater, but
I'm going to steal some cards from there, too.
no, you're not.
Yeah,
Do not touch my Dirty Dad Jokes.
But by the time it gets to us,
You both be
we're
liquored
gonna be
up.
laughing. We won't be able to stop.
Ah,
But
yeah.
I'm bringing the snacks, so
Yeah.
we should be good.
The pork rinds. We need to get pork rinds.
Cheese.
I told you I'm bringing the snacks.
Oh, I need pork rinds.
I got
Cheese.
it on the list.
Okay.
I need cheese.
Cheese? Oh, yeah. I was going to bring garlic cheese bread.
Oh, damn.
Man.
I'll bring cheese
Some
too.
bad parts.
I'm going to sleep in your bed and just fart on you all night long.
No.
Yes.
Okay, done.
All right. All right. Back to it. At Mark 18.
Where are we at now?
18.
All right.
18 minutes of
All right.
banter, ladies
I'm ready
and gentlemen.
to go.
18 minutes.
We're ready to start the story
All right,
for
let's do
this
this.
episode.
Do you need a drink before you start?
Yeah.
Fucking shit. No, she does not need a drink.
I am a horrible influence. I'm sorry. I'm always like, you need another one? You need another one?
All right.
Okay,
You
go.
ready?
It sounds like a fart.
You farted in the chair over there.
No, my chair is making noise. All right. Most urban legends have at least a shred of truth, and this story is no exception. This terrifying tale, which is one of the creepiest urban legends in Texas, centers around a woman named Clara Crane. After being released from the psychiatric hospital she was committed to for killing her husband, she continued to terrorize the small town of Terrell. Can you guess why she was called the Candy Lady? The sleepy town of Terrell, Texas, was once home to Clara Crane, a woman born in 1871. Her husband was an older gentleman by the name of Leonard Crane, and the two had a little girl who they called Marcella. Leonard was a farmer, and tragically, Marcella died in an accident out in the fields when she was just 5 years old. Clara blamed Leonard for her death, even more so after she found out he had been drinking at the time of the accident.
It happens when you go drinking.
2 years later, still stricken with grief, Clara decided to take revenge. She laced a few caramels, her husband's favorite candy, with poison and offered them to him. He died as a result of eating the lethal candy. The following day, a neighbor came by to check on Clara. After noticing her shaken and frenzied state, Clara was taken into custody after becoming aggressive towards the county sheriff, Fred Springer, who the neighbor had called. The sheriff discovered what had become of Leonard, and Clara was placed on trial for first-degree murder. Instead of receiving life in prison, Clara was incarcerated in the North Texas Lunatic Asylum, now known as the Terrell State Hospital. There, Clara made a doll out of torn bed sheets, which she would talk to and sing to at night. Some have speculated that Clara believed the doll to be her daughter, Marcella. She certainly came to believe that Marcella was still alive, as evidenced by a letter Clara wrote to her sister Aggie. Dearest Aggie, I am elated. I have been informed by Dr. Matthews that Marcy and I will be returning home in less than 3 weeks. As you can imagine, Marcy can barely contain her excitement. Every night she asks, "Is tomorrow the day when we go home, Mother?" Very soon I will be able to tell her yes. Our stay here has been somewhat of a trial, though I have been grateful to the good doctor and his staff and their dedication to our treatment and recovery. Leonard's death had put us in such a severe state of melancholy that I feared we would never escape it. These past few years have been more difficult than any in my life, and my dear Marcella, after all that she had to endure, has become my strength, my flame of hope. As mentioned in the letter, Clara was released from the hospital in 1899. This was due to overcrowding. Even though she'd committed murder, the fact that she was charming and softly spoken made her a good candidate for release in those days. And because there was no aftercare or supervision back then, nobody really knows where Clara ended up.
Aww.
See where this is going?
I think so.
I'm not eating no fucking caramels. That's for damn sure.
That's where they get... Oh, never mind.
This is going to be so short. You're going to be home to feed the horses in no time.
You're good.
According to local lore, children began to go missing near the old Crane property in 1903. Over the course of a 10-year period, near the turn of the 20th century, a number of children went missing. The story spread that the Candy Lady was responsible, luring children to her home with sweets and murdering them. Sweet. It was revealed that several children in the area were waking up to find sweets on their windowsills, fearing that their parents might try and stop whoever or whatever was leaving the candy. They initially told no one. After a child had been receiving candy for a while, notes would start appearing, tucked into the sweet wrappers. These notes enticed the children to come and play, and were signed the Candy Lady.
Hey.
This is going to be really short.
It's okay.
As children started going missing, those who received and eaten sweets from the Candy Lady finally confessed to their parents. my papers. A farmer found a sweet wrapper at the edge of the side of this field. Opening the wrapper, he found a child's teeth.
Ew.
Black, rotten, and bloody. The police investigated, and that's when they found the missing boy with the candy-filled pockets and gouged out eyes. To this day, locals, as they say, if the child goes missing, it is because the candy lady got them. They say she lures them away with sweets. Oh my gosh, I can't see it. And punishes them by pulling out their eyes and stabbing them with forks.
Ew. You know, it wouldn't be pedophiles or anything. It would just be a candy lady. We'll just blame it on her.
I think she's taking other people's children because of Marcella not being with her.
I thought it was going to be where that story is why people check Halloween candy. That's where I thought it was going to go.
Actually, I really thought it was going to go into the origin story of Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, that'd be good.
That's what I thought you were going with it, where it ended up at.
Nope. In Terrell, Texas, there is a legend of the candy lady that leaves candy on the kids' windowsills and draws them out.
It's like Candyman.
Candyman. Hello,
I just thought it was
candy.
very spooky and very, yeah. I mean, there was an actual story behind it, and then the legend went on over the years. And
I think legends are really cool because, you know, they had to have started from some kind of truth, but then over the years it builds and builds and builds, and people add to the story to make it scarier. But I really enjoy legends, even if it was just her kid died and she killed her husband, and that was it. But then people were like, "Oh no!" But she was in a psychiatric hospital, and then she got out and was, she got out, and then nobody knew where she went. And then somebody was like, "Oh, I know where she went. She was killing kids." And somebody else, well, because she was giving them candy. You know, it's just neat. I like it.
No, it's fun to go back and actually hear the origin and then kind of piece together what everybody else has put behind it. And I mean, this is what great storytelling's all about. I mean,
well, yeah, and I mean, she made the doll out of bed clothing, and that was to her daughter. So
you said that, and then in her letter she said that's her spark, and I was like, well, don't light that thing up. It's just made out of bed sheets. That's not good. I don't know, man. Think about this for a minute. You're in a mental asylum, and you're pretty much locked in your room. And what else do you do with yourself in that? I mean, not that. I mean, you could do that, I suppose, but that'd just be. I know, I can tell by the look on your face what you were thinking.
I'm innocent.
But you know what I'm saying? What do you do with that time? It's just...
You'd probably lose your mind even worse.
I would think you would. I would think that you'd lose yourself in your own random thoughts.
Yeah.
It's not fun sometimes when you're alone and just with your thoughts and you're just kind of doing your own thing. And I don't know about you two, but for me, I can be thinking about this and then squirrel it and then be over here. And before I know it, I was like, how the fuck did I get clear around to this?
Yeah.
And then you ever backtrack it? It's like, oh, well, I thought about that. I thought about that.
Yeah, you need to be able to walk away from that spot you're in. And those people aren't allowed to do that. So
yeah, you're just there.
Yeah, they can't go anywhere or be around new people or anything unless it's somebody that's admitted, a new person admitted or committed. I don't know, whatever they call it.
Admitted, committed. Yeah, either or. I think it'd be the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you work in a hospital too long, you're admitted.
I need to be in a psychiatric hospital right now.
I think those things do wear on people. If she felt like her husband was the cause of her daughter dying, then 2 years later, it finally caught up with her and she said, I
Right.
can't do this anymore. It's always in the back of your head that.
That's a long time to be festering anger.
Yeah.
I mean,
How long was she in there?
well,
How
it
long
was,
was she in the institute?
it was
Yeah.
2 years after her
2
daughter died to when she killed her husband, correct?
Correct. 2 years after her daughter
Yeah.
died.
And
But she wasn't in there very long. But
no, maybe 5 years? And she's looking back over her notes.
She was released from the hospital in 1899.
Marcel
Yep.
had died when?
It didn't have a date when she died.
So she was in there not real long.
No.
Well, we know she was.
She said a few years, so.
Yeah. So a few years is between, 5 and 10? A few?
Probably.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll say 6.
She was in there for 6 years.
Yeah. A few 6 years.
Time stands still when you're locked in a room all by yourself.
Do you suppose that she made toilet candy?
Ew, oh, God. That'd be like little fudge rounds.
I'm just thinking, like,
Tootsie
inmates make, the prison wine comes from toilet water. Do you think she made her candy from
Ew. Little Tootsie
toilet
Rolls.
water? Little pieces.
Toilet paper wrappers. Or, yeah. Ew.
Can you also think about how small the writing on those notes were if they're shoved inside of a piece of candy wrapper?
Mm-hmm.
That would have to be some really small writing.
Well, unless
Unless it just says, come play.
Well, that could.
Yeah.
Play, question mark.
Play. The next piece of candy with. Next piece of candy, me.
Next piece of candy, question mark.
Absolutely. Interesting story. I loved it.
I liked that.
Yeah. You get you drunk more often until you start talking in that voice.
I thought that one kind of spooked me a little. Urban legends are one of those things where it's like, wake up in the morning and find a piece of candy on your windowsill.
Quick, call Sean. Tell him to put a piece of candy on the windowsill.
Now.
The hero just become the non-hero. All right. Well, you were right. That was a very short story, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
You want to hear a local urban legend that my dad told me a long time ago?
Absolutely.
All right. So, since we're on urban legends. So, my dad grew up, born and raised here in our town. Okay. His mom owned the drive-in. She owned a movie theater, all that stuff. Well, she had to do something. So, our courthouse,
Mm-hmm.
There was some kind of, not a benefit, but like a benefit, to raise money for the drive-through.
Okay.
And so they had it on the courthouse square. And supposedly there was a guy that was working the benefit. I guess in the basement of the courthouse there was where they would keep like tables and chairs and whatnot for parties. And the guy died down there. And it was a dirt floor. And my dad said that the sheriff or whatever at the time, the sheriff, I think he said, buried the guy in the basement of our courthouse.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And if you go in the basement of the courthouse, you can see him.
Just what? Just walking around?
down there to get maybe a table or something that
Right.
was he was going to get for the benefit. And I don't know, my dad was like, I don't know if he had a heart attack or he was murdered. Nobody ever found out. The sheriff was like, oh, I'm not going to mess this benefit up or, get my hands dirty on going and trying to figure it out. So he just buried him in the basement.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard that urban legend.
It's a Warsaw one.
Yeah. So she owned the drive-in?
Mm-hmm. She owned 2. She owned the one where out on 30 where the car company is now,
Yeah,
or where it was. There was the Lincolndale out there. She owned that. And then the one down here
Right,
where
around Old
the
30.
Moose is over here,
Yep.
and then she owned that one. And then she owned the Lake Theater.
Lake Theater.
And then she owned the theater that was in North Webster, where the mermaid little thing is next to the is it the firehouse? The
I'm trying to think.
there's like a government. It's either fire trucks or police, and then there's a tiny little building, like way like snuck back in there, like pushed back in there, next to another building, and it's like the Mermaid or something. And that was the movie theater. It's an antique store. I don't know if it's open anymore now though.
Right.
But when it was open, my Uncle Larry, is from Arizona. He came, and my parents and him and his wife went there. And when it was open, and they were like, "Hey, our parents own this. Can we check it out?" And they were able to still go upstairs into the little film room where the projectors were.
Nice.
And yeah, they said there were a lot of memories like came back, but yeah, my dad has a lot of stories that he probably couldn't remember them now because he has chemo brain. But yeah, I'll have to see if he remembers any other ones.
Right on. Yeah, we need more local urban legend stuff. Trying to think. I can't even think of one off the top of my head at all. So
The blue light at the cemetery down by the van place. That's the only one I can think of. Yeah. I
vaguely remember him saying that somebody died in the clock tower of the courthouse. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of death.
They were working on it or something, and it crushed him, I guess. Like I said, I don't know if he'd remember because chemo brain, but I'll have to ask him.
Right on. Yeah. Start compiling these stories.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool. It's always fun. Like I said, we were talking to Brian last week, and, his hometown of Crown Point, and all the things that go on there. I mean, that town is chock full. I know that Warsaw's got a ton of them. There has to be. Has to be. I know that there's a house in Etna Green that used to be owned by our buddy's dad. That we have heard haunting stories above that. Mm-hmm. Bobby's bestie Tina was actually charged by the ghost that was up there.
Oh wow!
And then of course, Bourbon Street Pizza in Bourbon. Connor Biddle actually found or got footage of a apparition walking through up in the upstairs. What else we got?
Sean told me he's from Rochester, and I guess there's a one-room schoolhouse still there called Pearl School.
Mm-hmm.
And
is that the 50-foot nun?
No.
Oh.
There was a teacher that was murdered, and she was pregnant. She was murdered on the steps of the school, and supposedly she's buried under the steps.
Really?
Like they ripped the steps out, buried her, put the steps back in. But Sean always says that you can see her standing outside on certain nights or whatever. But if you go there during the day, that if you look in the windows, it is set up like exactly how it was when it was a one-room schoolhouse. But then if you go and look in a different window, it's empty.
Really?
Yeah. He said it's freaked him out a few times.
You can do that during the day?
Mm-hmm.
See, and I've heard that same legend from other areas too, about schoolhouses and old schoolhouses where people have looked in the windows and saw, even a class going on, and then walked around and there was nothing inside, and so.
Right.
Well,
I think it's a specific time.
I remember another one that Sean's sister told me. I might have mentioned this before, but there's an old slaughterhouse in Rochester, and you can drive by it and you can see it from the road, but anytime anybody has tried to go walk to it, you just keep walking and walking and walking and walking, and you never get to the slaughterhouse.
And Rochester has quite a few of them.
It's true. True. They have a lot of...
The 50-foot nun is one of
them.
them.
The 50-foot nun, yeah.
I don't know that one. I'll have to ask them about it.
Supposedly a school burnt, and the nun did it, and yeah.
Now
she's 50 feet tall.
They say that
that if you drive down the road at a certain time, you'll see this.
Yep.
What looks like a nun shadows in the road.
But it's also in there a triangle with that the old schoolhouse and a cemetery and something else, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And
I think my sister puked down that road.
Yes.
when we were-
I had to pull the car over. I remember. Let's go find the fish for fucking done. We're gonna go. Those were her exact words.
Exactly.
Your driving's making me sick. That was her exact words.
50-foot nun in Rochester.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm asking them.
Asking who?
If they've heard of it.
Sean
okay.
and his sister.
Gotcha. I can't think of what's the name of the road? Do you remember the name of the road?
Oh my gosh. It's one that sticks out.
It's
but
a
I
very
can't think of
specific
it.
road. I can't think of it either.
I asked them.
Right on.
I mean, she works at the library, so I would think she maybe heard something like that, you know?
Right. She works with. We have to ask them.
That's sad. I can't remember the name of that road. And it's something that stuck in my head.
It's almost like Argonne Road or something like that. I can't think of what it's called. Anyway, let's wrap this up. We're gonna get J-Dub home to feed the ponies before the lights go down and the creepy crawlies come out.
No. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
I got scared the fuck out of me the other night. I don't remember. I was like, it was one night when we got home late from something. I probably had something with the kids, but I went out and behind my barn is the pasture, and then I have to walk all the way to the tree line. And it's the farmer's tree line. It's full of trees. He doesn't do anything with it.
Right.
So I have to shut the gate to the front pasture. All of a sudden I heard, hey.
Oh.
I was like, I go, what? And then I heard, hey. I was thinking, that's got to be a bird. It's got to be a bird. And then all of a sudden, the tree that was right next to the gate, like, shook like this. And I just took off. I was like, fuck this, I'm out.
Oh.
All I could think of was Skinwalker. And I was like, fuck.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Do you think you have a skinwalker in your backyard?
I better not.
You better take the big flashlight tonight.
Oh my God. Anyways, Sean said he hasn't heard of that one, but the one with the school, her name was Sister Sarah, not a teacher, but
Okay.
she was a teacher. But he said that school's an Airbnb now.
Oh, there you go. You could rent. I don't know, man. I just, I've been in the haunted rooms. Nothing's ever happened. I think that that's what I was telling Brian. I'm a repellent.
Ghost repellent.
I'm ghost repellent. Just
No,
saying.
I always thought that, and
then.
I lived it.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to United States Paranormal. We appreciate it, and help show the love. Go join our Patreon, patreon.com/2sop. We got some great stuff going on up there. You can hear the Rocker Chick scream at the top of her lungs. That ain't no fucking. Well, actually, it wasn't a yell. I thought it was, but when I
thought it
listened
was
back,
too.
when I listened back, it wasn't. It wasn't a yell, but it's still funnier. And
It was
shit.
probably really quiet. Like, that's not a dog.
That's no fucking dog. No, you dropped the F-bomb.
I did drop the F-bomb. I remember that distinctly.
But yeah,
I thought I yelled it.
Patreon.com/2sop. Also, show the love and go get yourself a t-shirt. We got some great designs on there. Parafeet, Celestial Stag, Great White Bald Beaver, Banshee. I mean, there's so many on there. It's a lot to choose from, a lot of great colors. And then go out and show your t-shirt to the world. You might be a mail carrier that wants to drive around in a Celestial Stag t-shirt. Why the hell not?
Exactly.
So, we would appreciate it. We need the love. Go tell your friends.
Tag us with wearing your shirts or your cup or your hat or whatever you bought.
Yeah.
Tag us. Share it.
Please.
Do all the
See it.
things.
We want to see it. We want to see it on our Facebook page. All right. Thanks, guys.
And tell Jeremy that we need to start doing some TikToks too.
Woohoo.
Hey, I am up for any ideas for TikToks. Hit me up. Let me know.
Send us an email.
Yep.
Do it.
All right, guys. Keep it spooky. I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to The United States of Paranormal. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com or at any other of our social media pages. At Twitter at TOSOPPOD, at Instagram at The United States of Paranormal, or Facebook at The United States of Paranormal, or YouTube at The United States of Paranormal 1795.
Please check out our other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, The Golden 80s, Murd Nerds, and A Quart of Books and Booze.
And if you have a location you would like us to check into or a creepy story that you would love to tell us, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen.